come to take this duel to the next level.
Next level? I know where this is going.
I was afraid Merrick would do this.
Come on! Again?
Joey!
This duel's now a shadow game.
Hey, welcome back LWB fans. Like you just saw there, a little Yu-Gi-Oh clip. For those who don't know it, it's a card-based game back in our day, well, back in my day anyway, and people are still playing it today. In this case, not shadow games, but rather being shadow banned. Now, if you guys don't know about that, that's basically when you feel that some video content that you share out suddenly disappears, and for some odd reason, content's not being pushed out. The thing is, this does happen, and it has happened to me twice already. I do have data to show otherwise, and I want to show you exactly how to get out of it if that happens to you. Let me explain. First of all, my name is Alex. I own the TBF Alex, which is basically everything that's Total Battle. It's a niche game that you can find on both your PC, Android, and Mac, which is great. Definitely something you want to get onto. I love this game. I've been playing this game about 4 years. This channel has been monetized in 6 months when it came out, and now it's about 7 months in, which is doing well. So that's going to be an ongoing process. But my goal here is ultimately to get you guys on board, so then you're able to monetize, build your own channel, and get you guys where you want to be, especially in 2026 and going forward, because there's been a lot of new changes since then. And that's the whole purpose of creating LWB, Alex, so then we can push you forward. So let's get to the main topics here. Now, I'm talking about shadow ban, and it's quite something that is more common than you think. It doesn't always mean that your whole channel is completely gone for good. Sometimes it can mean it can be very subtle, where you feel like your episodes and the videos you create is just not there. And let me show you some real data that actually happened to me when I had some things that got shadow banned and how I got out of that. Thing is, when you are shadow banned, especially when content doesn't seem to be displaying, not showing your feed, not displaying for your audience, not really being there, and you notice those things, it's because there could be several factors. One, it could be the fact that maybe it's your title, maybe it's the information you're sharing, maybe it's the content that you have. There are several factors that could cause a video for being shadow banned. But then, how do you flip something, like if you are so certain that that episode has been shadow banned, how do you flip the switch so then it stops being in that field? Well, there's a way to do it, and let me show you. This happened to me on my main channel here, on 2 of my videos, which I'm going to show you now. They're now displaying at the moment. So what you see here are 2 particular, they're more recent ones, which is Inside the System, SK Research Explained, and Season Domination. Now these 2 videos here haven't been out for that long, but both videos here, I believe quite strongly, got shadow banned and pretty much disappeared from my feed. So how did I know this? I play mostly on my mobile device as well, not just on my PC. And when I was going through my videos, literally the 2 videos I had here that was meant to be released were completely gone. Now that's very unnatural in hindsight, and let me explain why. When you submit a video online, what should be happening, especially when content is coming out, it should be being released the time you set out. So at 12 a.m. or 1 p.m. or 5 p.m. your time zone, your video should come out, you should see it. But the thing is though, if the video content's not there when exploring it on another device, even though the time is set for that, something's going on here, something wrong is going on here. Or even at times when a video that was there then suddenly disappears several hours later, there is something up, because it means that it's not being pushed out. So I came about it as if I was an audience member watching my own content. And a lot of YouTubers that are out there, and you'll be just the same as well, go back to make sure that your new content gets shared out. You want to notice that your views are coming out as they're supposed to be, but when they're not, it does send a lot of alarm bells. Now I feel that when that happens, like I said, there are many factors that could be the case. It could be your content, it could be your titles, it could be information is not good enough, it could be several factors, but even so, you should still be able to see your content displaying on your channel. I think that is by far the least they should do, but bare minimal, something's gone wrong. And so then it came to my mind that, okay, instead of all panicking and worrying about what's happening, let's figure out what's the best way to approach this to fix the problem. So originally, my Inside the System, SK Research Explained, and Season Domination were actually had different titles. And those titles to you may not mean much, but when you reach out to a particular audience, the idea is to simplify your titles so they match it very clearly, aligned to someone who does never played the game before. And Why am I saying this? Why am I showing you this? The thing is though, this doesn't matter if I'm doing a game channel. It doesn't matter if it's a finance channel, an educational school-based channel, it could be health channel, fitness, it doesn't matter. The problem is do the same no matter what the niche is, what the task is, whatever it may be. And the problem is this: your title or the work that you've done, or maybe it's the imagery that you're using, it could be too racy, too raunchy, whatever you want to call it, I don't really care. But the idea is this: if you feel strongly that it should impact internet target out, but the YouTube algorithm feels otherwise, then a shadow ban can happen and your content disappears. But you can push it back by merely doing a basic check. Go back for your information, change your description details. Go back to the video that you're working on and just change the details of the title, change the description information, change the title, change the information you have. Keep doing it maybe once every couple of hours or so, especially if you feel content should be shared. And I find like maybe do an 8-hour gap test or 6-hour gap test, and you find that eventually what did not go up there before is now finally displaying properly on your feed. And this is what I mean. Without YouTube being very clear about what happened or why that video was shadow banned and some reason cut out for no reason at all, with zero explanation and no one to explain why it did that, I feel the best way is just don't panic, go back, just redo what you can have control with. Maybe it's just a matter of the title was just too provocative, or maybe your information wasn't clear enough, or maybe that the content was not steady enough for your audience, or maybe it was just a bad video. But to clarify that, fix what you can. Fix your title, fix the tags that are displaying where your video is coming out, fix the imagery, fix your thumbnail, fix the description. And if that still doesn't work, then pull down your video and then resubmit it again and see what happens after that, but in a different format, a different style, and try again. And so this is something that I find a lot of content creators out there don't mention enough about, or how to approach it when you are shadow banned, when you find episodes like that being taken over and suddenly disappears from your feed completely. So I want you, next time if you do encounter it, just try to go back, take a breather, and fix the things you're able to, or the last drastic point is to pull down the video again and resubmit it. And if the still turns out to be the same thing, then there's clearly problems there with your video. There's something there that the YouTube algorithm's not telling you, or something that won't be the unspoken. And so this is a part where I'm telling you guys, be careful about it, because it's happened, and it's happened to many of us, many content creators, small, medium, or big, all the same. You will, and hopefully, and sadly to say this, hopefully you will never experience it. Because it does bring a little bit of a worry going, what's going to happen next? Because for me, it's already happened twice consecutively and quite close to each other, when I submitted one video one week and I strongly feel I got shadow banned for that one video there, and then happened again the second week, shadow banned as well, in the same type of sequence. No information, no one telling me what's going on, why it suddenly disappeared off my feed, why it's just gone. And even to a point where even my numbers were displaying, where if I, for example, I had 7 videos, now showing 5, showing that 2 videos disappeared. But then all suddenly, out of nowhere, it recovers, saying as if my videos had never disappeared in the first place. If you experience this, put a comment down below and share what you felt and what you went through, because I'd definitely love to hear your story. I'm sure others would have felt the same way. Because shadow banning is a weird concept, and for it to happen at all, it does raise questions for yourself as a independent creator, because you just don't know if you're doing the right thing. You don't know. And because of that, you need to be the one that pays attention to what you can do, but take control of the mechanisms, especially the functions that are in your control, that you can edit and fix your videos up, because that could be merely all you have to do to push the needle. And if that's what you have to take to be able to push that needle for the video to be unshadow banned and finally working again, then why not do those simple tests to be able to find out if it truly was due to shadow banning, okay? Anyway, I know that a lot of you are still pretty much kind of figuring yourselves out here, but you have to understand, guys, my channel here, I'm a small content creator. I only just got monetized, not that long ago. It's people like myself in this position right now have the better idea to give you the information you need to know to get monetized now. Because those who are older, their information now, especially being impacted by 2026 YouTube changes, you can't refer back to the old material anymore and expect it to be the same for you to work. You need to look forward to those who are now succeeding within this current time and doing well, but why they're doing well, and why are these newbies that have not shown their faces ever before in their life and now starting popping up? What are they doing differently to the next person? And what are you doing differently to grow your channel? Anyway, if you feel that my information has been useful and helpful, as always, reach out to me. I have more than enough information here. Reach out to my business contact out here, and I'll talk to you. If we're a good fit, then we can work together and start building your channel to make it turn into something great. And besides that, you can always leave a like, subscribe, put a comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next LWB episode. Bye now.